And here is part 3 of me testing stuff in the basement. Enjoy!
Right, let's go for some high quality gear. We have a Venturer stereo system. That is a brand I have actually never seen before. It would be funny if this is fully functional. No one may want it, but it would be funny. And I like that it has a line level input, so you can actually hook up something to it. So let me connect the CD player in case the internal stuff doesn't work. Okay, Venturer, take it away. No free tapes today, okay? Hey, that's something. It's not happy about closing. Okay, so it's not reading. How about the tape story then? Tape. Hey. That's not great, but it's definitely playing. There you go. Actually playing quite okay now. I've heard way worse. Okay, let's try this one. Let's wipe the heads with a little bit of spit, as you do. No, you don't. Definitely, the heads are not too happy. They look a bit rusty as well. There we go. Little bit of nail action. Okay, so that all works. So let's try the auxiliary input. Play. And let's try recording, of course. Okay, we are recording. Let's try a song that has a bit more highs. Yeah, not being able to fast forward is a bit of an issue. The steps of the volume pod are very large. This is 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure how much the camera corrects, but that's a lot louder. Tape, rewind, play. It's not great. It's a very aggressive automatic recording. That's what I mean. But it's also not horrible. It can also do dubbing, as they do, so let's try that as well. We may as well. This is the royalty-free music one? Yes, okay. Dubbing, high. How do I get it to dub? Oh, that was already high-speed dubbing. Okay, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna give this thing a chance. I'm gonna clean the CD player, see if it reads, because I'm really impressed with how well the cassette decks perform for such a cheap piece of plastic. And it also doesn't sound that bad, actually. It's not the worst sounding system like this I've ever heard. And if someone just wants to play tapes and CDs and I can get it to work with the CD player, this is actually a really nice small system for someone. So I'm really charmed by the Venturer CD 2612. Something a little more serious. I unfortunately can't test the tuner because it comes with a cable that is not there. Just a barrel connector, 14 volts on both sides. That takes 14 volts from the amplifier, but it is a Hitachi FT12. Did we go very wide angle some time ago? I look very far away, don't I? Let me check this. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some cropping because everything was very far away and you couldn't see shit. It's Hitachi. HA12 and FT12, and Hitachi is one of those brands that just doesn't get the recognition it deserves because it's actually really good stuff. Fully expect this to work. Well, that was definitely not what it was supposed to do. Did you hear that? And then it died. Yeah. Okay. I was wrong again. That died in a very dramatic fashion, and if this had been different speakers, it probably would have taken them with him. But I think the speakers are going to be fine. But yeah, this is, well, that was dramatic. Since for reasons I don't know, we seem to be doing very well with cheap, shitty systems like this, let's try another cheap, shitty system like this. It's the Philips FP9400. The amplifier's working, that's for sure. I can hear the hiss. I don't know where the hiss is coming from. Can we turn the muting off? We cannot on FM, okay, but it does seem to work. We only have one channel. Do we have a balance? No, just a 3-band EQ. Yep. That previous amplifier fried the speaker. Also, my mom is entering the frame. Yes?
Niet lachen. Wil jij zuurkool met worst mee eten? Ja? Goed, dan eet ik schil ik bij.
She just suggested a very wintry dinner. Even though it's not winter at all. But yeah, we fried the speaker with the previous amp, so that's a bit of a pity actually. But that's also a reason to use cheap speakers. So, unfortunately, we now have one speaker. Let's get another one then. Okay, wait. Now I also can't get this speaker to work consistently. Let me try this one once more. Maybe it's not fried after all. Okay, that's not working, for sure. Okay, I got two working speakers. Now I don't necessarily want to destroy this one because it's kind of cool, but I need to use something. Actually a pretty good sounding thing. Even with two different speakers. Okay, so that works. Let's try our music of much horror again. Usually the record players on these are functional. This one is too. They're very cheap and very shitty though. And can I get this one to run 45? I'm not quite sure. Dirty switch. There we go. Auto return, there you go, no problem. The problem is probably gonna be down here, because when do cassette decks in these ever work? This one's for, well, let's try playback first. Play. That sounds hopeful. Oh! Okay, doesn't sound too bright, but it sounds, oh boy, let me clean that head. But I definitely heard way worse. Now, dubbing, I guess. That should do the trick. Wow, noisy. Why are you stopping? Well, that was brief. Probably it just ate its belt. Let's see if it recorded. That's weird. Oh wait, they are both running though. Why are you stopping? Oh, we copied on one channel. Okay, probably a dirty record switch. Let's try once more. One channel. They work, but they're definitely not happy. So this could be better. But again, the rec system sort of works, which is more than can be said for much of the other stuff. There's a massive pile of stuff behind the camera. That's all the broken stuff. And a tiny pile in my storage there, which is the working stuff. So yeah, now you lose some and you lose some more. Akai AMA101. Usually the issue with these are these switches. Let's see if it's any different on this one. CD. Why is that so ridiculously loud? Jeez. Anyway, CD player seems to have lost the plot now. Again, I need to reburn this disc. Come on, you got this little Toshiba. Or maybe not. Phono. Yeah, 2 channels. Let me pause this. Yeah, 2 channels on phono. And CD. Oh, that's apparently pause and stop and not pause and play. That's an interesting way of doing it. But yeah. Obviously has some very dirty pots, but it's fully functional. So as you see, I'm not using these speakers. I hope they don't get fried as well, because I actually like these. Next up, more Akai goodness. This one though is in shockingly bad shape. How does this work? Volume goes from... Okay, I thought it went from 10 to 10, but that is actually a 0 with a line in front of it. These often have broken knobs, so I'm surprised this is still complete. There's a buzz going on. Not too happy about that, but we'll see what we get. How do I turn off the tape monitor? There we go. It's making some interesting sounds, that one. I'm a bit worried about this one. Don't want to dare trying it anymore with those speakers. I never really got the point of these. Why would I want the rack system with a separate tuner that is then connected with a flat cable? No idea. Does it work though? Let's first plug it in. It does miss a knob, so that's a no-go. But let's see what it does anyway. Comes with freebies, a Maxell UR and a Maxell UL. Let's try the CD input first. There we go. Oh, we got the nice display going on here. As a balance, well, that's a challenge. Right and left. Ooh, surround. CD direct sounds a lot better actually. There's no tone controls to my surprise. Oh, there's an equalizer of course. Not too bad. Tape. Tapes are doing pretty good today. Oh, spoke too soon. Spoke way too soon. Well. Okay. Auto reverse, man, it's always a pain in the ass. I'm sure we can get this to work to test it, but... Or maybe not. Yeah, there's your issue. Always the same with these things. Amplifier works fine. I kind of like the aesthetics. There's a tuner as well, which works. But it's just hopeless with the cassette decks, because who's going to repair this? Bye bye pile. Well, we're going to do this one standing up because it's in a rack. Look! My aunt used to have one of those systems when I was a kid, and I was really jealous of it because it looked so cool. And I still think it looks cool. Volume down, power on. The record player's already turning. This doesn't want to stay open. I'm not sure if you can adjust that, but okay. Let's start with the record player. We're running. I don't think it's running its correct speed right now. There we go. That's a very dirty stylus, my goodness. There you go. Okay, tuner probably gonna work as well. How do we switch to tuner? How do we switch to tuner? CD TV, yeah, okay. I have absolutely no idea how to switch to tuner. Oh, when you stop the record player, it switches to tuner. Now that is something. This being a Philips, it does actually receive stuff in the basement. But here is the scary one. Is the cassette deck gonna run? It is not. Oh, such a pity. I fully expected this to work, and I'm tempted, and I know this is ridiculous, I'm tempted to give it new belts. But then it's probably gonna be the absolute messiest goo of belts in there. And I'm not sure if I feel up for that job. Seems fine otherwise. When you turn the capstan, the right wheel motor works. When you turn the capstan and you put it in rewind, the left wheel motor works. So it looks like only the capstan belt needs to work. Oh wait. Oh, it's got the typical Philips issue, sticky erase head. And that is not something you can easily replace. So that is what kills this thing in the end. Normally it would have been the belts, but I was happy to do that because of old time's sake. But sticky erase head. So yeah, unfortunately this is not gonna see the light of day. But it's cool, isn't it? At least if you're from 1984 like me. Okay, back down you go. Here we are. It's Technics. Actually looking pretty nice. I think we have a CD player that went with this earlier. Either way, we have no power because we didn't plug it in. There's a little display here giving you the level. It's not working properly because rotary encoder, it's actually going exactly the opposite way of what I want. I want to turn it down, but it's going up. But usually with a bit of exercise, it will start working. There we go, all the way down, right. CD, no aux 2, aux 1? Yeah, there we are. Super Boss, surround. Quite alright. Yep. It's winding. Ooh, now it's also playing. Let's see. Well, that was brief. Now it doesn't do anything anymore. Let's try this one then. Even less. Oh boy. So that was predictable, but can I use this amplifier without... Yeah, it's just a normal amp, and it's quite a nice amp too. So you can just remove the cassette deck, which has one of those proprietary cables that we don't need. But the amplifier, other than that, is just a normal small form factor amp. It's a Technics SU-X102, which seems to work fine. We should probably check the phono input, see if there's any noise coming from that. Oh, I just unplugged the speakers. We're just gonna assume that works. Because it usually does, but cassette deck does not. What a surprise. Two more. First of all, this JVC amplifier. Generally good stuff. Sound-wise, average. Reliability-wise, very high, other than some scratchy knobs and pots. And the child safety feature was again stopping this child from plugging it in. CD player to CD, speakers to speaker group B. Let's see. Power on. This is the AX-A472. Yeah, exactly. Phono works. It's a pretty serious one, this. I thought it was a smaller one, but it's a pretty upmarket one. Has a dedicated record selector, which I like. Does it have an MMC phono preamp? No, it's not that serious. But it is fully functional, it seems, as far as I've tested it, obviously. It needs further testing, but generally, if this all works, they're fine. So, yay, pretty happy. And then, last but not least, a Kenwood. That's pretty much my testing amplifier in my studio, which has the broken power switch. Turns out to be quite reliable because I haven't been able to kill it, despite all of the testing it needs to do. This one though, de nada. It is plugged in, right? Yeah. This does absolutely nothing. Oh, that's a waste. But yeah, there was a pretty shocking pile of this. Lots of stuff was broken. I'm going to report that back to the person I'm testing this for. And it was fun going through it. And now I'm going to get out of this basement and have some dinner. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week.
Did you see that right at the end? Look back. The CD player turns off just before I plug the Kenwood in. I think the power strip actually was the issue there. I should retest that Kenwood because I still have it actually. I haven't taken it back to its previous owner yet because I think it's actually going to work. That was a bit stupid, but at the end of this, I was so dead. This has been hours and hours and hours of testing, and I just wanted to get out of that basement. But hey, it was fun. It was a cool testing experience, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. See you next week.